So we'll do like a level check, I guess.
Okay.
Make sure everything's fine. Funny things are happening, MC.
Levels are happening. Am I a bit quiet?
You are always a bit quiet.
I'm always a bit quiet.
No, you're a bit too loud. You're a bit too loud.
I'm a quiet boy. I'm a quiet boy.
Stop losing your flirty voice with me.
That's my sexy voice.
Hello and welcome to the How I Ripped Off Buffy the Vampire Slayer podcast. My name is Chip Thompson. I am with MC.
I've forgotten what my catchphrase was.
No one cares.
That
it's
would
fine.
be me, possibly.
Something shit like that.
Yes,
yeah,
it was very shit.
It's fine.
Hi, I'm
Hello.
MC.
How
this
are you?
is Chip. Welcome to the
Howdy y'all! Which is Chip Thompson's famous catchphrase. We are here with episode 5 of season 2, and MC. The big cliffhanger. The thing everyone in the country is talking about right now. The ending of the last episode.
I know. We were shocked, even though we both knew what was happening. But
yes,
we still were shocked.
Feigned shockness.
We did. So,
do you remember?
I do. No, I do, because I listened to the podcast on the way here.
Yes, excellent.
So Louise, with her severely bruised spine, went along to a physiotherapist.
An evil physiotherapist.
Turned out to be an evil
Yes.
physiotherapist.
I mean, some people might say that is the greatest villain of the modern era. I mean, I wouldn't go that far, maybe. He's no Theresa May. But we'll see. We'll see. I say we'll see how we go. Pretty sure that villain's done. Never going to be mentioned again. So
Probably,
yeah.
But yes, so there she was, with the villainous finger-licking good physiotherapist.
Sorry, I forgot that was a thing. I wondered where you were going with this, but carry on.
Who is going to get up to shenanigans and also murder. And then the guys burst in and rescued her, but Louise remembered it was Chip's hand who pushed her down the stairs, and presumably the rest of Chip was involved as well.
No, it's just his hand that's gone bad. Yeah. Although, bear in mind, Louise is a woman. And we all know, in this day and age, women are falsely accusing men of everything, MC. Just look at American politics. Just look at the world of Hollywood. Fake news everywhere.
Oh, God. That was even more repulsive than some of the stuff in the Tomorrow Ghost.
No, the writing of this series is much worse.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, let's find out. Let's find out if that is the case. I'll stop banging the table.
That's a good plan, too.
Thank you. And let's find out if indeed Chip has gone bad with episode 5, part 1, Bad Ninja. I mean, it might be a bit obvious with that title, but we'll find out.
Previously on Tomorrow Gayson.
Chip turned back towards MC and Louise, who was pointing at him. "You're the one," she said. "You pushed me down the stairs."
Oh, shit. Oh!
Louise had never been so sure of something, and yet so scared at the same time. She knew Chip was the one who had pushed her down the stairs, allegedly.
But he was let off by a court where the jury were all of his his uni mates.
But he had a lot of money, so it was fine.
Yeah.
She knew Chip was the one who had pushed her down the stairs, but she didn't want to believe it. Neither did MC.
Oh, that's a good one.
He said, laughing. He saw that Louise wasn't laughing. He said, laughing. He saw that Louise wasn't laughing at all.
It's just a joke. Oh, can't take a joke. You're joking, right?
He asked. Louise couldn't answer. She was in a state of shock. MC now saw the look on her face and tried to make sense of this. He turned towards Chip. He looked confused, like he couldn't believe that Louise was saying such a terrible thing about him. Because, lying woman, obviously, MC's down. MC almost believed him. What? Believed what? Chip? Why? Because he's a male. Right, I see, okay.
Yeah.
MC almost believed him, but suddenly, Chip's look of surprise turned into a smirk. Then, he started laughing.
Wow, he's done a fucking U-turn.
Yeah, I know, right. But also, I get to do an evil laugh. So
oh, nice.
It's really disturbing.
that was definitely his evil laugh.
Took you long enough to figure it out. His voice filled with evil intentions. Was that filled with enough evil intentions?
That was pretty evil intention-y.
Took you long enough to figure it out.
Yeah.
His voice filled with evil intentions. MC could almost feel his jaw hit the floor. His best friend and partner in fighting evil for so long had turned.
I also like the sort of D&D style morality system where you're either good or you're evil.
Chip continued to speak with his wicked tongue.
Hot.
You know all about that.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a shame I didn't finish the job by shutting that big mouth of yours. He stared hard at Louise. Fuck, he has gone evil, hasn't he? Jesus
Not
Christ.
to 60, Jesus.
All right. Because, you know, you do yap all the time. So he's clarifying. Okay,
Right,
evil
right.
Chip is just like, because you talk a lot. Right? That's why
He wants to make sure, he's communicating properly.
He doesn't want anything to get lost. Like, I'm evil now, guys. All right. Chip prepared to leap forward to attack. MC didn't have much time to react. He quickly intercepted Chip, pinning him against the wall of the small doctor's office. Well, you know you like pinning me against the wall.
Of a small doctor's office.
Like, a small doctor or a small office?
Ah, good point. Well, I guess if it's a small doctor, they wouldn't need a very large office.
That's true.
Unless they have a large patient. I'm confused.
I'm confused. Let's start the whole series again. Still, Chip smiled. It had been a matter of minutes since MC and Chip had saved Louise from a mental sick doctor.
Sir, we have a diagnosis. I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid you are mental sick. Yes!
He played a guitar solo.
Yeah, his skateboard's out of the room.
Radical. It had been a matter of minutes since MC and Chip had saved Louise from a mental sick doctor, but Chip had completely changed within a few minutes. Yeah, we got the time sort of thing going there, yeah.
What are you doing?
MC asked Chip, not really sure if he wanted to know the answer. The sound of 3 or 4 police patrol car sirens filled the room. It was Tifa, coming to take the unconscious Dr. Amador away. How did she know he was unconscious? Maybe MC phoned her on the way in?
Yes, that's exactly what happened. And again, it's Tifa getting MC
Yep.
Chip to do all the police work.
Catch these criminals for me, would you? Chip used MC's moment of distraction to take his...
No.
No. That was Freudian.
It wasn't... It's bad, but it's not that bad.
Alleged. Chip used MC's moment of distraction to his advantage. He buried a knee into MC's groin area, causing him to step back. His ninja groin. Chip leaped to the window and turned to his one-time friends. Well, Wills, Stumpy, it's been hell, but now it's time for a little fun.
I'm so confused. It just completely turned. Is he been possessed? Is he brainwashed?
He had the amnesia/depression, didn't he?
Yeah,
So
that's what
maybe-
happens when you have amnesia/depression.
I just hope he doesn't become mental sick. He jumped through the glass and landed on the green grass outside, leaving a shell-shocked MC and Louise.
Do you think this is because of Angel, where like he does the whole losing his soul and he just turns like completely balls to the wall evil?
Yeah, this is season 2 of Buffy.
Okay, right.
Yeah, this is exactly what's happening. This is like, what happened in season 2 of Buffy? Oh, Angel went bad. So obviously what's happened is Chip has slept with MC, had a moment of perfect happiness and lost his mortal soul. And
Right.
this is what's going to happen for season 2 of this show. It's called How I Ripped Off Buffy for a reason.
Yes, this is very true.
As Chip ran, he was almost hit by the oncoming police car, but he managed to avoid any painful or damaging blows by rolling across the car's bonnet, because he's super fucking cool. That's why he did that. The police officer got out of his car to check to see if the person he'd just hit was okay.
I also like how there's a question mark at the end, so it's like to see if the person he just hit was okay.
Was okay? I mean, he did a cool roll, but he might still be hurt. 2 other squad cars drove past, heading for the doctors. The car that had stopped had 3 more officers in it, and as the driver asked a now standing Chip if he was okay, Chip replied by punching the office in the face.
Just in case you weren't sure he's evil, now he's just punching people who are asking him if he's okay.
But no, he didn't punch the officer, he punched the office.
Oh, wow.
So he's turned around and punched the building just to show how hard he is. He started to run again. The office that was... Oh my god. The office that was punched, a young sergeant jumped back into the car and turned it into Chip's direction.
I like how it's political correctness gone mad. First they have female police officers, now they're having buildings.
The officer was punched, a young sergeant jumped back into the car and turned it into Chip's direction. He informed the other 2 cars that had screeched past him earlier of his pursuit of a white male who had just assaulted him. Again, assaults are never done by white males, so I don't really know, what's happening. This whole show's gone very PC. Chip was sprinting, but the squad car was gaining on him rapidly. So is he, as quick as a police car? Or?
Well, almost. But, next bit.
He'd managed to avoid it for around 20 minutes so far, but it had caught up with him. Was he just running straight down the motorway with his car trying to catch up to him the whole time?
He's going 119, the car's going 120.
So that ninja speed, clearly,
Exactly.
That's what's happening. He turned a corner into a little back street. It was a dead end. The only escape from it was to go back down the way you came in. Yeah, we know how a dead end works. We get that. It wasn't an option now for Chip as the police car blocked that way. They drove towards him and stopped about 6 foot away from him. All 4 police officers, there's officers this time, not officers, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
All 4 police officers jumped out and pointed their handguns at Chip. They shouted something to him in Japanese, but he wasn't quite fluent enough to... Sorry. They shouted something to him in Japanese, but he wasn't quite fluid enough to understand. He guessed it was something like, hands up, or stop, police about to get their asses kicked. Chip jumped forward, landing on top of the car's bonnet. He kicked the gun out of the hands of the office. My God.
He's back again.
The office is a determined police officer, isn't he? That office.
The young sergeant building.
He kicked the gun out of the hands of the office, who he had punched earlier, and spun around, knocking away the gun of the police woman who had gotten out of the passenger's side.
PC gone mad.
Women, offices. The 2 policemen who had gotten out of the back seat couldn't get a clean shot of Chip, but he didn't even give them time to line their guns up. It's very clunky, isn't it?
A little bit.
No, it's very clunky.
There is a building involved in this fight scene, so it's not going to be that fluid.
Not very fluid, yeah. Also, do police cars have 2 in the back? Isn't that where the criminals go?
Yeah. Budget cuts, I guess. I mean, they're already having to get 2 ninjas to solve all the crimes.
And an office.
Yeah.
He flipped over the car, landing behind the 2 officers with guns. His lightning-quick ninja speed, see, I told you,
Ninja speed.
was too fast for them, and they lost their guns before they even turned to face him. Now, none of the police had guns. What, in the whole country? Or he was that quick?
There's only 4 police officers in the
Only
whole...
4 guns.
And Tifa, yeah. There's a woman, 2 police officers, a building, and Tifa. And that's it.
4 guns between them.
And 1 car.
Now none of the police had guns, but what they still had were batons.
That's the most clumsy sentence I've seen in this entire thing.
And that's saying something, really.
Yeah.
Now none of the police had guns, but what they still had were batons. They all seemed to pull them out as one. Chip gave them a quick glance and a grin before taking them out. Oh, taking them out as in, fighting them.
Yeah.
Not in sort of hey guys, there's this really cute Italian just down the road. Let's go and check it out.
Well, it was the grin that sort of threw you, right?
Yeah, sort of
Hey, let's not fight.
No,
Let's,
I'm sorry.
Let's solve this otherwise.
I know times are tough for you, policewoman, 2 police officers and an office. It was an easy fight for Chip, but he didn't let the officers pass out. He threw, spelt wrong, timid shots with his hands and feet so they would feel the maximum amount of pain without passing out until they couldn't take it anymore.
It's fucking ridiculous how much of a pantomime villain you've turned him into. It's literally turned into Louis Amador.
It's like I'm grabbing the reader or whoever's unfortunate enough to experience this.
Victim.
Yeah, victims. Grabbing them by the ear and going, Chip's evil now! I don't know if you noticed it, but Chip's bad! By the end, the alley's floor was covered with pools of blood, and the police officers' faces would take months to heal, spelt incorrectly, from the numerous wounds and bruises. Chip, satisfied with his handiwork, took off. He just had to pop back to the mansion before MC and Louise returned. That means there's only Jay at the moment. Oh no.
Well, he's already poor. It's not like he can do anything worse to him. Life can't get any worse.
He can break his Slipknot CDs.
Oh my god, no.
Tifa Lockhart. Yes, finally.
Let me just get my nipples hard. I just iced them. Hang on. Oh wait, they're already hard.
Tifa Lockhart opened the back door of one of the squad cars and 2 officers threw, spelt wrong, and knocked out Dr. Amador onto the back seat. Oh God, this is so clumsy. I just feel like the delivery is really difficult. This is a really tough episode to read. MC and Louise came out of the building, not taking any notice of the police, and pressed people all around them. Just before MC lifted Louise into the car, Tifa came over. She put a hand on MC's shoulder and thanked him for the help in apprehending the doctor.
I'm going to, just to get into character, I'm going to physically act this out, so I'm going to sort of caress my own shoulder.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, that's
what
fine.
I'm doing.
I wondered why you were doing that. Her hand ran down his arm and touched his stump. MC was so wrapped up in other things, he hadn't even bothered to stop Tifa before she got that far. Before he was sexually abused.
Yeah. Hashtag me too.
Stump too?
What happened? Was that sufficiently sexy? Was that
it
the
was,
Tifa voice?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
What happened?
She asked with more than a little surprise in her voice.
Oh, okay. What happened?
Much better.
Yeah.
She asked with more than a little surprise in her voice.
Oh!
MC replied.
I lost it in a fight?
Happens, you get drunk one night, get into a disagreement.
Oh my God, are you okay? What happened to the person who did it?
MC's thoughts turned to Jack, his former fellow ninja who had been corrupted by the ninja power he'd been taught. Had the same thing happen to Chip? Oh man, something going wrong with this. Is this Shin no Khan's fault? Like, all this training, like, he's like, maybe a year, it wasn't long enough. Should have trained him for longer.
It's basically Star Wars, isn't it? It's the Jedi, like, they go from super good to just hilariously evil. And there's no in between. Dark side.
But that's 3 out of 4 of Shin no Khan's ninjas that have gone evil.
That's not a good rate, is it?
No, not especially, no.
He's taken care of,
he told the detective. She had bent the rules for him before, and she was about to do it again. That's because he keeps solving all of her cases. It's the least she could do. Tifa knew MC must have killed whoever chopped his hand off, but she trusted him and his judgment.
And I mean, think of the paperwork if she actually had to arrest him.
Because of that, like, did they go on one date at one point, or did they have like a phone conversation?
They had a phone conversation.
Right, but she was like, I trust you, you killed that man, but I trust your judgment, it's absolutely fine. Because I'm the best police detective.
Well, I mean, it's her, a building, and 3 other human beings.
Well, no, I mean, they're all... Did they die? No, Chip didn't kill them, did he?
No.
Just beat them up, okay.
Well, look, if you ever want to talk, you know where I am.
She smiled at him, and he smiled back, even though he was dying inside. It's really dramatic, isn't it? A policeman came up to Detective Lockhart before she and MC could say anything else. The assailant who assaulted Sergeant Cho has gotten away and has done more damage. That's not a return of Jack. That was just the police officer speaking.
There was a difference. It wasn't Southern. It was of course, like New York.
Okay, thanks. Yeah. Anyone from New York who could tell us how offended they are right now, that would be great.
They'll be like, "Hey, I'm listening here.
I'm walking here."
That's good. That was good.
He should have just said that. Yeah. Is Sergeant Cho the building? Sergeant 45th Street. MC listened to the officer tell Tifa that the man was heading down Shamku Road.
I need a Japanese sounding word.
MC listened to the officer tell Tifa that the man was heading down Shamku Road when the fight broke out between the chasing police and the man. There was an ambulance at the scene, attending to the injured, but the suspect had gone.
Do you think they employed buildings in the ambulance in the medical thing as well? Because I mean, so far the only things we've seen of the Japanese medical establishment are crazed physiotherapists.
But I think a train station would be better being an ambulance person, wouldn't it? Really,
True.
Get there a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Shamku Road was on the way back home, MC thought as he placed Louise back into the car. It had to be Chip that had taken out those police officers, and that probably meant he was going to the mansion, which is capitalised for some reason. H raced into the car and accelerated away at great speed. It's H from Steps.
Yes! I've been waiting for this crossover between crappy pop bands from the 2000s that never got outside of England and this
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of perfect in a way.
It is. I really wish that you did actually unironically have steps in this.
A bit like one of those like cameos in Scooby-Doo. They just turn up and solve the mystery. Also, little side note, for years I thought H from Steps was dead. But he's not. I thought he'd been stabbed and was killed, but no, he's alive apparently.
Why did you think he'd been stabbed?
Possibly because I wrote it into this, so we'll see what happens. Tifa watched the car disappear away in the distance.
One day,
she thought.
One day, Mr. MC, you going to have to make good on all these favours I do you.
No, they've done all the favours for you, Tifa. They've
solved
all the crime.
Every crime.
Yeah. The black ball disappeared into the bottom left pocket of the pool table, closely followed by the wall. What, the what? The what?
You're thinking of buildings again. We're not talking about police officers anymore.
I'll try that line again. The black ball disappeared into the bottom left pocket of the pool table, closely followed by the white. Jay had been practicing hard for about an hour and was starting to get better. He wished someone else was there in the mansion to see how good he was getting. But everyone was out, and Jay was alone in the undecorated room on the first floor of the mansion, which they had turned into the games room. That's the thing from season 1, wasn't it?
There was the pool table.
Yeah, and a games room, and I mean, I feel like the mansion always gets like rooms added to it and everything. So yeah. Hello, Jay. Jay swung around and saw Chip standing in the doorway. He looked happy for some reason.
Did he get to Louise in time?
Jay asked, worried about his friend. Chip's face fell. No, I'm sorry we didn't. She was in little pieces when we found her. Oh my god. He's evil, guys. I don't know if you know, but Chip's gone evil. That's what's happened in this episode. He's bad now. It's called Bad Ninja. So Chip is bad guy now. See, Louise isn't dead, but he's telling Jay that she is because he's bad. He's a bad ninja.
There's so many subtleties to this episode that I just don't get.
Hashtag I'm an onion. Jay couldn't believe his ears. Over the past year or so, he'd grown so attached to all the guys. I don't know why. And he considered them all his best friends. I don't know why. How could one of them be dead? Jay felt a rush of emotions overwhelm him. Chip walked into the room and circled Jay and the pool table. He picked up 2 pool balls and started to juggle with them. I mean, can you juggle with 2? Does that count
2
as
in one
juggling?
hand.
Oh, yeah, nice. Ninja juggling. Jay stumbled forward, trying to get his bearings. Chip called out after him. Jay, only joking. Oh, and think fast. Chip threw the pools as hard as he could in Jay's direction.
He ripped out 2 entire swimming pools from the ground.
That he was juggling in one hand.
That were in the games room.
Chip threw the pools as hard as he could in Jay's direction. MC reached forward and plucked the 2 balls out of thin air with one hand.
I mean, it would have to be one hand.
Yeah. He just made it in time before the balls that Chip had thrown hit Jay's head. Jay, still confused, was even more when MC launched himself forward to rugby tackled Chip to the ground. The 2 ninjas tangled with each other, trying to get into position where either could get a clean strike. Finally, after much rolling around on the floor, Chip pinned MC to the ground. He blew MC Kiss and smiled.
Who's MC Kiss?
He was the 6th member of Kiss. Are there 5 members of Kiss? Yeah. He was the 5th member of Kiss.
But Chip blew him.
He was the 4th member of Kiss. I'll edit this out depending on what's right. MC used this moment to raise both of his legs and flip Chip high in the air. He came down hard across the pool table. 3 of the table's legs buckled under Chip's weight and the force with which MC had thrown him.
No, not the pool table.
The first major death of the season.
Guys, this is a bit extreme for a sparring session.
Jay screamed, now mourning, spelt wrong, the loss of his favourite toy.
It's like that meme, press F to pay respects.
F isn't another member of Steps, is it? Both MC and Chip shot up, using their legs as a spring. MC was ready to attack again, but Chip reached for Jay. He pulled him close by the throat, using him as a shield. I think Lee did that in season 1. Jay doesn't have a lot of luck with the evil ninjas.
He really doesn't.
No. MC instantly started to back off, not wanting to get his friend killed by this maniac.
Oh, horse voice. I don't know how to do horse and squeaky at the same time.
Chip! What are you doing?
It's like friendly Gollum.
Jay's voice was hoarse under Chip's tight grip and also a bit Gollum.
This thing is not Chip.
MC snapped. I think you should snap more with that line.
This thing is not Chip.
MC snapped. Much better. Good snap.
Thank you.
Guess again, Sonny Jim. This is your friend Chip in the flesh. Chip sniggered. Thanks.
The real Chip wouldn't hurt his friends like this.
MC was filled with anger. Maybe the real Chip just got bored and wanted some fun in his life rather than being told what to do every single bloody day by someone who couldn't even save his own fiancée. Chip, why are you saying these hurtful words? Oh my god, I'm going to give you a hug. I'm so sorry. Poor Carol. Maybe the real Chip just got bored and wanted some fun in his life rather than being told what to do every single bloody day by someone who couldn't even save his own fiancée. And having to work for a dead guy who just wouldn't stop to listen for one bollocking second. Chip's smiley face was now one of searing hate and anger.
Maybe if you just spoke up.
The voice came from the doorway of the room. It was Shinno Khan. Drink. Yeah.
He didn't appear.
Well, he did, because he's there.
But it doesn't say Shinno Khan appears.
Oh, I thought we just drank anyway.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Maybe. Like, we don't need to say... the audience know when he's appeared. He's Shinno Khan. He's appearing.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Chip threw Jay into MC with one hand. It was enough force to knock MC off balance for just a second. Chip used this opportunity to run through the ghost-like form of Shinno Khan. That's one thing we've never really discussed. Like, he's incorporeal, you know? He's a ghost, I guess.
It seems like kind of a dick move to, like, I feel like that's a breach of etiquette to walk through a ghost.
It's like ghost assault.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
But all these ghosts are just lying and making up false accusations of people walking through them.
Dressed all spectrally.
He vaulted over the banister on the first floor and landed comfortably on the hallway floor downstairs.
Comfortably,
yeah.
on a sofa. There's a cushion
It was Jim
there.
Jams.
Yeah.
Louise sat in her wheelchair, unable to move, with Chip in front of her. He glared hard at Louise, but before he could do anything, MC was already bounding down the stairs, 6 at a time. Whoa, he is a ninja. Chip bolted for the door, giving Louise a firm slap on the head as he passed her. He's so evil!
Just in case you hadn't noticed by now.
Oh, Chip's evil. He's going to slap the woman in a wheelchair if she leaves the house because he's evil. He's a bad ninja now. The episode's called Bad Ninja. I don't know if you know that.
By the time MC reached Louise, Chip was gone, leaving everyone weary, shocked, and above all else, betrayed. And that is where we're going to leave episode 5. Oh, I feel quite tired after that.
That was a journey of lots of evil and evil.
The question is Chip a bad guy now?
I think he's still kind of morally grey.
That was just an entire, like, this Chip's evil. Chip is evil. Chip is evil. Chip is evil.
What?
I mean, we have no idea why. We
Yeah.
have no reasons. I mean, he kind of hints at something when he gets a bit angry and he's like,
Yeah.
something about people not listening. MC's dead fiance. You know, it's.
He doesn't like. It feels like he's been bossed around and not appreciated,
Yes.
which apparently means that you just start beating up cops.
I mean, as far as ripping off Buffy go, it's not quite as good as the whole Angel you going evil thing, is it? It's not quite the same.
I mean, with Angel, there was like a reason.
Yes, this doesn't seem to have one.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll get to that later. You know,
True.
Right now, I think what we're feeling and everyone listening is feeling confusion, as
Yeah.
they do mostly when listening to this. But you know, what happened to Chip? Why has he done this? You know, it's.
Well, I feel weary, shocked, and above all else betrayed.
I think as I get out from this seat that we're sitting there, I'm just gonna slap you in the head and I jump out of the window.
Oh my God, Chip's evil.
Okay, well, we look forward to going into episode 6, where hopefully we'll find out if Chip is evil or not. And if he is evil, I mean, it's a big if he is evil, allegedly. Just what is going to happen, and will we find out why? Or will that go until the end of the season? Quite probably.
Will there be a reason why?
Will you get to do your Tifa voice again? 'Cause
Oh, let's hope so.
that was a good tease. I really enjoyed that. Yeah. But above all else, tune in next week to find out if Chip is evil.